I feel like I've been Chris Brown, J. Cole for so long. I had different periods with them. Every time they come out with an album, I'm locked in on one. I would say Big Sean.
Word.
Big Sean is definitely like, I feel like very underrated.
Heavy
It's
sleeper, bro.
Super
Super
underrated.
slap.
But he's one like, even with the metaphors and the similes, I don't know. That was just something that I've always been into, and I'm able to catch the lines like as they're going.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also able to pick up on the melody of everything, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So him, and then that kind of like when he started off, he was very like cartoonish, characteristic.
Mm-hmm.
It had his music was very like poppy, almost like Kanye a little bit.
Word. Okay. A little tongue in cheek.
And I thought that was really dope. I would say Sean, Stevie Wonder.
Really?
Yeah, Stevie Wonder, because that was the first. In terms of like old school music, that was the first person I identified with that my pops had like really like introduced me to.
Okay.
In terms of old school artists, that was like I listened. He had he did a live album, and he had it was a bunch of renditions of all like his all the biggest hits, songs unreleased or songs that like we never heard of, things like that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Mr. or Mrs. Little One right now. That song was fire. And it's like he did it. The album is live.
Really?
So it's like a live concert album.
Those always amaze me, bro.
And you know what I'm saying? I'm listening to it like it's like a studio album recorded.
Yeah.
But to me, that was the first thing my pops had was like, yo, listen to this. Like, this is real music.
You're putting me on right now. I gotta check that out too.
Now that's natural. I think it's Natural Wonder. It's like 2 discs.
Okay.
And that's like, I didn't necessarily listen to like everything Stevie had in his catalog, but I think that concert he did, like I said, all his the greatest hits and
yes,
little deep cuts and things like that.
Word. So that really opened your eyes to like a whole different lane of music.
That definitely opened my ears for sure. Word. I started on the old 80s music. 70s-ish, I want to say. Yeah.
Word. So you're doing your homework.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm specifically doing my homework. I think just being around, like, so my stepmoms, her moms used to throw like a lot of family parties and things like that.
Word.
My stepmom's brother is a DJ.
Okay.
And so like, you know how if you watch like the 80s shows and you see like they throwing a party, it's mad dark.
Yeah,
lights,
yeah.
There's a DJ set in the room. That's literally what it looked like at my
really.
Yeah, at my stepmom's mom's crib. And this is in Jersey. This is when I was younger. So I would go over there sometimes. She would make food, she'd cook for me, whatever, take care of me. And literally all night from like 8 till about like 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, their DJing music is blasting on the block.
All day.
All day. So I'm just hearing a variety of stuff. Not that I'm necessarily like in tune with everything that I'm hearing.
Yeah.
But just having my ears opened up allows me to like, I feel like, be more receptive to different sounds and even those skills that they had at that time.
So would you agree just being around it and growing up around just all sorts of different music in a bunch of different environments has really kind of made you who you are today sonically?
Sure. Word. That's me. That's basically like I've been around a lot of different cultures, a lot of different people, a lot of different perspectives. And I feel like that's enabled, like that's helped shape a lot of my views, my thoughts, and just my personality. All right, so press start. And this is one of those things sometimes where I hear the beat and like the words literally just start coming to me. And I kind of build from there. But press start, I had heard the beat, and I think I immediately it just made me want to like walk around with my hands on my balls, like, it just gave me that energy, like real New York Tim energy. So I was trying to do as much of that as possible while still giving the lyrics and the bars here and there. But yeah,
that was one of my favorite hooks on the project too.
And the
and that. I didn't mean to cut you off, but that's a perfect example of AZ rapping and then switching up and can still do the melodic thing in the same breath. That was super cool. And then on No Time, you and Nelly, a shout out Nelly, you guys have just like great chemistry going back and forth on that song.
Right.
We were in the studio and we were making it. That was a ton of fun. But what do you feel like there's a difference when you're working alone on something compared to when you're working in a studio with a bunch of different people on?
Definitely.
Or
Most definitely. I think when I'm by myself, it's like less creative block because I'm less nervous. Not to say that I'm nervous around other people.
yeah,
It just made me like a little slight hesitation to do something I may do and like fuck up and like waste more time, I guess.
second guess yourself a little bit.
Yeah, like I have more time to second guess me. There's more space for that. Versus like I feel like when I'm around other people, it's almost like, yeah, you may have a time, but also too like you're still trying to get things done.
Right.
So
You got different energies working towards something too.
that too. It's a lot. It'd be a lot going on. So
Yeah.
and around other people, I think I'm a little more quicker. Like, what can I get off? How can I get like the sharpest ideas off as fast as possible?
Yeah.
When I'm by myself, it's like, all right, we can figure it out. We can mess up, and then I can figure out how I can clean it up or how I can adjust. I have the time. Honestly, it's less to do with the music and more like my relationship with you. Like,
Okay.
I'm a I'm a little hesitant sometimes about trusting all the time and like being around other people. So if I feel like if I get comfortable with you and you able to be comfortable around me, then everything else is gonna work itself out.
Okay.
I feel like most of the music that I've made with people is with all people that I have good, great bonds with.
Right.
So yeah, it's less for me about the music. Like you could be fired, but like I want to come in the studio and it's like it's just awkward.
It's weird, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Like that'll definitely throw off my whole energy. Not to say that I won't make the music, but like I've been in uncomfortable situations with other people, and it's like I've seen what's come out of it, and then I've also seen what's come out of the great relationships that I have with people. Like most of the people I make music with, I consider my family at this point.
So the relationship's the most important thing to you when you're working with people. You want to make sure that
1,000%. I think so. One thing I definitely learned is opening yourself up to everything is going to lead you to everything that you want, regardless.
Okay.
One way or another, you're going to make it back to what you want. Sometimes you close yourself off, and you close yourself off from a lot of opportunities. I definitely spent like 2 years just like recording every single day for like no reason. Not to say no reason, but like
they were raps.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And some of it might never see the light of day. Some of it might see the light of day. But it's like, boom, we recorded songs in the past 3 years that have seen the light of day more than songs I've recorded since I was in college. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
and like even the songs we don't have that probably never will, or like so many good songs too. Like
so all that to say that I think I definitely don't want to close myself off. Like I'm interested in everything, just like creatively. Like I love to dance, I love to act, I love movies, I love cartoons. If I could draw, I would love to figure out how to draw someday. Even fashion, like I love clothes. Art, I'm not as in tune with, but I do just love visually seeing dope pieces and things like that. So yeah, I've always found time to be creative, to do something, to escape somewhere. Whether it's video games, TV, manhunt, reading a book. You know what I mean? Like whatever it is, listening to music. I've always found a way to just disappear from the world and like get that downtime that I need to lock back in and get what I need to get done. So
that's it. That's a very, I didn't mean to cut you off, but that's a great point. Like, so when you kind of try to like escape first before you get into that creative mindset, you kind of try to like everything that happened during that day, work, relationships, everything else, you try to kind of get away from for a little bit so you have space for that creative energy.
Exactly. Sometimes
very interesting.
If you sometimes you get isolated.
Yeah.
And in that isolation, I feel like you can take the time. You need to, let me rephrase, you need to take the time to recharge and like replenish yourself. And in whatever form, whatever that means to you. Everybody has different ways that they're gonna do that.
Right.
For me, I could get on the game and I might get on the game for like 30 minutes. I'm like, all right, man, I'm ready to record it. So some people might go home, they gotta take a nap. 30 minutes, they wanna, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think also you gotta charge a lot of that energy into like what you're doing. So like if you're stressed or you're upset about something, put that into whatever it is in whatever way that manifests itself. So I may be upset. I may have, let's just say I had a hard day at work. I'm stressed out. Everybody annoying me. All right, cool. I come home, not answering my phone, get on Call of Duty, rage a little bit.
Yeah.
And then at the end of that, all right, cool. I want to do a song now. And maybe I don't want to do a song. Maybe I want to go to sleep.
Yeah.
If I go to sleep, cool. That's what it is.
So you're kind of letting the music come to you.
You know what I'm saying? I used to, like I said, I was in a space where I was doing the music. I was coming home every night and just going, all right, lock in, make another song. Okay, find another beat, make another song, make another song, make another. And it's cool to be like that. Not to say that that's not a good thing, but also to like, you start to burn out.
I feel you force work too.
You know what I'm saying? You're forcing work.
Yeah.
It's not as good as it, let me just say you're not enjoying the process as much as you should. Music is meant to be enjoyed. If you want people to enjoy something, you gotta enjoy it yourself first. You know what I mean?
So you guys heard it here first. That is free game from a high-performing artist. Play more Call of Duty, rage more. Word. Escape from your bullshit.
Escape from your BS, bro.
Yes, and then go make some music. Word.
Listen, bro, I done played the game sometimes, and while I'm playing, or like I'll try to write, can't get nothing.
Yeah.
Laying down, can't get nothing. I'll get on the game and the words will start coming to me as I'm playing the game.
Really?
Literally. I've literally played the game.
I'm gonna try that.
I naturally just feel like I just love music. I love music. I love the feelings that it gives me. I love the feelings that it gives people. Cause I've been going to concerts and sometimes like I just get overwhelmed with like, I don't know if it's happiness or I don't know what it is, but just a sense of comfort. Just like you look around and you see mad people just happy. Yeah. Singing this person's songs, like singing his lyrics. I think I want to be appreciated in the same way like some of the legends are. In terms of like they pen and like how they put together these works of art.
Yeah.
It made people smile, I think, bro. I don't know. I think yeah.
I think that is a very solid why, bro. The fact that you want to just share your art, but also at the end of the day, just love seeing people happy when they hear your music, or really just any type of music.
Just provide a good time.
Yeah.
If that's how I could provide a good time, then and feed myself and the people around me, I think that's a good thing.
It's kind of a full circle thing too. So when you make your music, in order to make that music, you have to escape from the world, and then you're ready to make your music. And it sounds like your why or your purpose for doing what you do is to give people an escape from their lives through your music.
Yeah,
if I'm understanding correctly.
I mean, that was very philosophical. That's hard.
Word.
Word. 2025, we going up. Big houses, big bottles, big cars, big money. No. 2025, I got some projects coming out. Got some music coming out.
Cool.
We got some music coming out.
We do. Some fire music too.
Both of that. I can make some more and making more music. Yeah.
Word. Hell yeah, I'm hyped for that. Hell, let everybody know where they can find you on Instagram, on Apple Music.
Instagram is _FORGETYOPICS. Forget your pics. Forget your pics. If you go there, the link tree to tap Tap the link tree. Music's there. I think the music's everywhere. Under God Volume 1 is out everywhere.
Open it up.
Tap in. And stay tuned. I got some heat coming. Trust.
I've already heard it. Not even the stuff me and him got. I've already heard his other shit. You guys aren't ready for it, I promise.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Underscore forget your picks.
Yeah.
Under God everywhere. Apple Music, AZ, capital T in the Alpha.
Tight.
Write it down. Whatever. We'll throw it up here too.
Right there.
Yeah, we'll put it right here. Yeah.
It's somewhere over here.
Yeah.
Facts.
But my boy, thank you again for popping out. Thank you for making the time for the chat.
Hell yeah.
And more importantly than everything, thank you so much for contributing to the project. I cannot wait to share it. I can't wait for people to hear your contributions on it too. I don't think they're ready. I think it's something that I think it's a different sound from you on this project too, which is even further why I'm excited for people to hear it. But yeah, bro, seriously, thank you again.
No, thank you.
I appreciate it. JayStation Network, we out. AZ the Alpha.
Yes, sir.